Everybody, welcome to castorscorner.com. I'm your host Cleo, here for another toy of the day on our YouTube channel. You can go to Kastor's Corner right here .com for a full gallery of these toys, as well as our past archives. You can go to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're at Kastor's Corner. You can get one of these cool shirts as well. All the links are below, and you can check out the Cornercast podcast every Monday night up on Apple Podcasts or wherever you find podcasts. So, what do we got for you today? I went on a little buying spree this week. I'm definitely a stress shopper. Still no update on the little guy. This is why I'm doing these reviews tonight, not the other one. So I have it's not a love-hate, I guess. It's more of a, just kind of like a compulsion when it comes to some Star Wars stuff. I mean, Star Wars has been part of my life. I have not known a world without Star Wars, as a lot of people my age feel that way, where there wasn't a before and after for us. It was just, this is what it is. And my mom's not really like a sci-fi person necessarily. She likes time travel stuff, but not like Star Trek and all the other sci-fi stuff. My aunt was, but I don't think either one of them was really into Star Wars. Like, didn't make an impact on them. So I don't know how excuse me, I don't know how I really kind of I just remember being a little kid and having to unplug the washing machine that was in the pantry in our old apartment, so that we can turn on the air popping popcorn machine and melt butter and put it in a big bowl, and then go sit in front of the TV, and that old HBO scroll would come on and I'd get to watch A New Hope. And I just remember how magical it was, that scene of Darth Vader coming through the hallway, and then, Luke and the X-Wing and Chewie and meeting all the characters and really just falling in love with it. And it's been something that has stayed. It feels more academic to me in a lot of ways, which sounds kind of weird, but it feels a little more rooted in history than some of the other stuff that I'm into. It just feels like it is part of the fabric that has kind of built me, I guess, from lightsabers and just, all that stuff. So that's my long-winded way of saying we're going to talk about the new vintage collection figures that are popping up at retail. And I just happened to hit the jackpot, walked in, and they were both there. I did not pick up the Jawa. I left that on the shelf. But I did get Maul and Ahsoka. And, I don't know why. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a Clone Wars fan. I really couldn't get into the cartoon. I do like Ahsoka. I've always liked Maul as a character design. So having an updated mechanical leg Maul was really nice to have. And then Ahsoka's part in The Mandalorian kind of made her, at least in this form, I know it's not the right look. I know it's not the right costume. I understand that. But until we get a vintage collection one that goes with The Mandalorian, she'll do. And I just didn't pick up the Jawas because, not having the Razor Crest, they weren't as integral as you would think. And so it didn't really feel like something I needed just one of. So I didn't get it. So Maul himself, and there'll be close-ups of him coming up on the website. You can check him out. Standard articulation for him, he was a little bit tight and I was a little hesitant. I'm always really amazed the engineering that goes into these guys, because in some cases, sometimes they seem a little bit better than the Black Series. I'll be honest with you. The detail work in a sculpt this small is really, really impressive. So he comes with two blades, of course. He comes with, and I apologize, I know any Star Wars fans are probably going to be screaming at the screen right now. But they are two different colors. So I know his lightsaber was cut in half during Phantom Menace, which I did see. And so you have the traditional one over here, and then you have a much more silver one over here. And so he comes with dual lightsabers, and they can be attached at the center. So he can have his dual lightsaber staff, bow staff there. So it's a nice touch. And I do like the difference in the two sabers. I really think that that's a really cool detail. And I'm sure there's a plot point in the show that explains why he has the two. And honestly, I want a Black Series Rebels Maul with the cloak and the kind of hunched over a little bit, and the more metallic looking legs, because I think that would be really cool to go with either my Obi-Wan and that Tatooine battle, or him with Ezra. I think it would just be really cool. But the detail work on his head is just amazing. And seeing how the last couple of vintage waves have come and gone, I'm hoping that these come back around again, because we've seen them kind of sit for a little bit. That last wave with Anakin and Padme and those, they sat for a little bit, and so I've seen them. In the Walmart wave with Leia and the Ewok and the driver, those have been sticking around too. So I'm hoping that I know some people really want this Maul. Ahsoka, in her Clone Wars outfit, they're both labeled Clone Wars or Mandalore. So these are both from the series finale. So she comes with both of her sabers, not white light like we see in The Mandalorian. These are blue sabers. So I'm sure they're more akin to what she had in the Clone Wars show. And, the short one and the long one. So, with this scale, though, we don't see sabers that have removable blades. So that's the only drawback, right? When you get the Black Series, you get the removable blades. When you get these, you don't. So it's not like we can just walk around with the hilt unless they include it as a like they do with Luke back there, which I will be reviewing soon. So these are popping up now. They're about $12, $13. They're popping up at Target. I'm sure that Amazon and our friend Mike at Mike's Toys and Stuff will be getting them. I think he carries a vintage line. If he doesn't, you can ask him. I'm sure he can get them for you. But yeah, like I really, seeing them on package is one thing. When you open them up and actually start playing with these, it's amazing what they're able to do with this size. These look nothing like what I grew up with. And the fact that we are in an age right now where you get the detail, you get articulation, and you get accessories, and they are small so they can fit in vehicles and things, really just reinforces that magic that is Star Wars. And so I couldn't help myself, knowing I needed another toy to review for this week, and they were new, and they just look so darn cool. And sometimes that's what these, collecting and buying and doing everything that I do is. Sometimes it's just about getting really just fun, cool toys. So Maul, Ahsoka, gallery is going to be up on castorscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Castor's Corner on all social media. You can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts. And that's all I got. I really do. And subscribe, either under Maul or Ahsoka. Hit the subscribe button, that little button there. Hit that subscribe button. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And that has been one of the best parts of the journey. And like I said earlier, we are stable. Jackson is stable. We're really hoping and praying and wishing that things clear up, and we get more time with him. So hopefully tomorrow night, the little guy will be in my arms doing a review with me. So until tomorrow, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night here on YouTube, castorscorner.com, for another toy of the day. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.